What's up guys, this is Balázs from SBrick. In today's video I will show you a very exciting new product that brings some brand new features to the world of LEGO lights. This is the SBrick Light system. Please note that the units you see here are prototypes. I will use them to show you the main functionalities, but the final product will look different or might have different features. You can find more details on SBrick.com, so please take a look. You can find the link in the description below. There are two versions of the SBrick Light units, the normal and the slim one. The normal edition has space inside for 3 AAA batteries, but it can also use external power. The slim version can only use external power. This is the power adapter that can be used with the devices. About the form factor, the units are 3 stud wide and 7 stud long. You can see their dimensions compared to the powered up City Hub. As the slim version has no internal power and it might be the one that fits in tight places, these adapters can be used to get power from the power functions and powered up battery boxes. This way you don't have to rely on external power, which is great. There's a plan to produce these power adapters for both systems. More details will come from the official sources. Each unit has 8 connectors in 2 rows. Using these ports you can attach up to 50 lights to a single unit. Here are the lights and all the different accessories. There are white LEDs, RGB LEDs, splitters, replicators, and extension cables. Let's fire up the app and I show you how all these work. The app might be familiar. This is the same SBrick Pro application that I showed you recently. If you didn't see that video, then you can watch it by clicking on the link in the top right corner. The fact that you can control and even program all of your lights and models from the same interface is a huge benefit. This is something that I did not see before with any other third-party light solutions for LEGO. The SBrick Light units also use a Bluetooth connection, just like SBrick and the other recent RC solutions. The units have a soft button on the top and a status LED that shows you when it is turned on. As I switch the unit on, you can see that it showed up among the available devices. Let's try to connect to it. Once connected, we have the possibility to test all the ports. Let's connect one LED and perform the test. The port layout is not written on these units, so I have to guess. Apparently, this one is not the correct one. Let's see this. Oh yes, and it works. As you saw, there are 24 ports to choose from, but we only have 8 physical ports. Each physical port has 3 corresponding virtual ports for these 3 RGB channels or for 3 separate white LEDs. In this case, this means that 0 is blue, 1 is green, and 2 is red. Now let's see how the other items work. I have a white LED on the second physical port. That will be virtual port number 3, as you see. Since it only uses one virtual port, there's nothing currently on 4 and 5. On the third physical port, there is the replicator. This replicates the RGB input to a maximum of 5 RGB outputs. On the fourth physical port we have the splitter. That one separates the 3 virtual ports to 3 physical ports, and standalone white LEDs can be addressed on each port. Apparently there's no simple extension cable yet. The replicator can be used for this purpose. The lights themselves will have different cable length as well. As I mentioned, these are all prototype units. Now it's time to find some builds to fit the lights in them. As you saw, the LEDs are not covered, so you might need to pay attention to them. The wires are thin but pretty flexible. The LEDs with the tiny boards fit through a standard pinhole, so that helps with the arrangement. There's one concern with this actual design. The square base for the LED fits through a pinhole but does not allow us to face the LED itself towards the end of the hole, so the light distribution might not be optimal. We will see how the final product will look like, but hopefully this will be addressed as well. So here is my 42109 rally car. As you know, it is a very small build, but I try to squeeze in as many lights as possible. This is a simple layout that I created quickly in the SBrick Pro app for control. Sorry for the simple design, I had a very limited time to test the system. The first button can be used to turn on and off the main front lights. These are white LEDs. The second button can turn on and off the row of 4 lights on the front. These are RGB lights controlled on a single output with a replicator. These buttons so far are configured as toggle buttons, but the third button for the brake is only active until you push it. I also added blinkers to the car, and there are 2 buttons to control them. They are configured with a simple code sequence, but the possibilities are really endless. The real benefit of the system is to have the controls for the car on the very same interface as the lights. The Technic Hub is also connected to the app, and throttle and steering can be controlled with these 2 sliders. I added one extra feature to show you the benefits of the coding system. The turn signal behaves like on a real car. If you want to turn to the left and you switch the left turn signal on, it will be active until you really turn to the left, and it will turn off automatically if you start to steer to the right. The behavior is similar on the other side as well. So, this was a very quick overview about the SBrick Light system. As these were prototype units and the app is also under development, there were still some glitches and potential issues, but I have to tell you that I really like the concept. The SBrick Pro app was already very powerful with all the different control possibilities, but with the light controls added, it becomes even better. The team is also planning to do a separate, more simple app just for the lights if you don't need advanced controls or other RC options. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe and tap the notification bell if you don't want to miss my Technic reviews and other LEGO RC videos. See you next time, bye bye.